Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a moment and introduce you to a couple of my crystal balls. I do have some more, but I just thought I would introduce you to a few of them today, because I haven't really done that. Now, lately, I have been showing you Wayne, my glorious ball here. There's actually a little indent right there, so it allows. This is the one that I had posted a picture with last night, showing what we know as Santa Claus. Uh, so it is a. Oh, see the bird poop? Hi, my baby. This is my Angara, and where do you see some of the patterns within her? She's gorgeous. On her other side, you can see the. Oh, you want to say hi, my babies? Uh, there we go. On the other side, the little pattern that she has here actually looks like there's a fang on the top and the bottom and bottom. Yeah, so it looks like a vampire's mouth. Um, so this is a flawless ball, and that's what I was able to show the image of Santa last night. Um, on that, before I came inside last night, I was sitting outside. I felt a little weird when, oh, you love the bus, don't you? And you want to lost close, don't you? Yes, your dad, you love it, you love that. Yeah. And she's got some little dots on the top, and see the top fang and the other fang over here? Oh, she's my baby. Let's see if we can show your pattern on the top, too. Because you've got some gorgeous patterning, my love. The lighting is not so good to show you her patterning. Yo-ho. It's on my babies. That's my Angara. And Tori's around here somewhere. And Puppy's here somewhere. Um, so anyway, um, a couple of kids, I don't know who they are. I was talking out loud to the moon, as I always do. Always have. Always will. Um, we're like, yo, dude, you alright? You know, and I'm like, yeah, you know? like, apparently people don't really know that I've spent my whole life and will spend the rest of my life talking out loud to the moon. And before I came in, because I felt a little weird, you know, um, I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can get a couple of pictures inside Wayne. I don't know why, man. I was just kind of hoping that some spirits, some image would show up and say hi to everybody in a picture, you know? And kind of hoping in the back of my mind it'd be real nice if Santa could come up and say hi. San Nichola Di Myra, the actual Saint Nicholas. And he did. I mean, as you can see, dude, this is a flawless ball. This was the last gift that my grandmother ever bought for anyone. The last Christmas present she ever bought. Um, and she bought me this. And I love him so much. I named him Wayne after Wayne Dyer because I've never known anybody to love me as much as Wayne Dyer. And to me, growing up, I needed that. And I need that. Um, this, my baby's a little dusty. This is a very, very rare, flawless red quartz, of which, as you know, I've shown in pictures. His name is Jer, after my little brother Jeremy, who had passed away almost a year ago. And I had been given a very special moment. I because I wasn't allowed to go to his services or anything. I love my family, but that's how it is. Um, and Jeremy had come to me, as some of you may know, beforehand, and he is, he asked me himself not to go. It would cause problems for the family. And at that moment, his services wouldn't be so much about him and for the family. It would be cast with a shadow of negativity because I was there. So he asked me not to go, and don't worry, he's gonna do something real special for me. And he'll make it worth it. Because a year before he passed was the last time I got to hang out with him. It was right after I'd gotten here. The puppy's walking around. His name's Snowball. He's my father's dog, but that's my baby. He's my guard. These pets here, Angara, the Tory, and Snowball, my baby, my puppy. They're, puppy's my guard. He guards and protects me. I'm the only one he's never bit. I mean, he's really ripped my father open, and it's my father's dog, and he loves my father more than anything. But he loves me more. I love him. But, yeah. So Jeremy had said that he was going to do something special. And a year before he passed, we were at my brother Chris's house, and he and I and Chris, Josh was not there, but he was to be included. And like I keep saying, it turned out to be like a bad omen, man. That we were talking about my new crystal balls, and a couple of my new balls, and that being my connection with the dead, and having my own experiences with being dead over 24 hours. I'm written on record, and Albany Medical Center is a true miracle. I'm the only one on this planet so far to this date who's been dead over 24 hours and come back. And him with being a shaman, there's got to be a way that we could put ourselves into a crystal ball, and that would be our doorway to always be connected and come to each other. I'll always be there. So he did do something special, and I am so skeptical in my humanness. But I knew that he did come to me, and I was trusting that he would do something special, because I just lost my little brother, and I've had such a hard time in life not having family want me, or anything to do with me. Telling me I love you or something is one thing, but give me a break, dude. So, he gave me over an hour by the time I got there to spend with only me in the room, only me in the building. The staff at the funeral home had left so that I could be the only one in the building. They don't do that. Jeremy set that up for me so that I could place this ball, which did not have a name at that point, on his urn. And so my grandmother, when I was telling her, I thought that was so beautiful and so sweet. So this is the first crystal ball that I got, sitting on a slab of meteorite, and underneath you can see Spot's eye. This is my dragon. He's a Septerian dragonstone. His name is Spot. I named him after Spot Munster, because he was a dragon. You can look in his eye. That's a dragon eye. I slept with him for just over a year. in my bed, and as you can see, he's not so shiny now, and that makes me feel bad. So I sit down here, my love. Don't move. Underneath, inside here, I have a sheet of palisite, I believe is the pronunciation. And that is the citrine color crystal that is formed in a meteorite. And that I have a few pieces in there. They are beyond museum grade. They're not going to a museum unless I'm dead. Um, there's a spot, and underneath here, hang on, show me my name. Here, set here so I can point it out. Do you guys see the squiggle line for an S? I know the lighting is not so good. Let me see if I can. There. Okay. And that didn't help so much. There's a squiggle line for an S, C, and E. Let me see if I can get a better view. Now, if you're here in person, you can actually see, and I can point it out to you, and it really is for Sir Chad Everhart. And, Septarian dragons. This one, 70 million years old. As you know, quartz crystals cannot be aged. Okay. This one, like I was saying, this is the first crystal ball that I got when I was a teenager. This I got from my grandmother, Marilyn. I named this ball Marilyn after Marilyn Munster. Spot after Spot Munster. He's currently sitting on my slab of meteorite. This and the palisite, ooh, Spot, don't move, were the first meteorites that I had gotten. Because my Mama Jan, Malofsky, my brother David's mom, had a hunk like this, moldavite, and telling me about it, letting me hold it in my hand, I fell in love. You can feel their heartbeats, and you can feel the difference between yours and theirs. I was dumb. I took this slab, and I would bathe with it every day, and put it in the bath water at the drain of the tub, along with some of my other crystals. I put it in my bed, and I have a water bed that's been filled since I was a teenager. And yes, it has water conditioner in there. I don't want to hear any comments about, ew, gross, because water is outstanding. So, Marilyn, flawless as well, except for the actual bubblings and some rainbow. This one is the first crystal ball that I ever got, and my grandmother was so touched by the conversation that Jeremy and I and Chris had the last night that we got to spend together, and what our intentions were to do for each other for our death and after death, with the remaining that's living. She's so moved by that now that her ashes are here on the mantle, which I hope I always possess with me, I let Marilyn sit on top of the glorious box that she has with her ashes, which is why I'm spinning a little. Oh, Notori loves you, puppy. They both do. They are so in love with you, puppy. They are. Hey, she wants love fans. She's gonna tell you all about it. But anyway, so yeah, I'll give her a little spin. Now, it doesn't show the size very well because, but yeah. I love my gram. Now, make it so you can see. You gotta oversee everything, my baby. This is not a crystal ball. This is a hunk of rose quartz, which I sleep with, and this because I don't want to ruin any of my stones. This is my bath baby and my bed baby. So I take a bath with all my oils and everything, and that's for the bathtub, and I also put it in my bed and everything. So yeah, I have taken a bath with Wayne. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin my balls, man. And I slept every night with Spot tucked under my chin for just over a year. But it's not so shiny now, and that makes me feel bad. I don't want to ruin him. So I put him on a base with the palisite, and the palisite I place on the slab of meteorite, which I do have more. I have several pieces now left. A few have been missing and have given away. But I do have meteorite, as well as, other than this and the palisite, I have moldavite that I do wear. Um, and this one, hold it up to the window. If I brought my other phone that no longer is active, I could put it on the flashlight portion so you can see into it better. Oh God, that's gorgeous. It's a very deep, deep blue. So, this one is special. And I do have more. Not a blue one anymore. No, actually, I do have a light blue one, like a sky blue. Um, but I do have other clear crystal balls. Um, and I've given a bunch of those away. Because crystal balls are special. And they mean the world to me. As do the people that I have given them to. But this one is blue. So his name is Jason Becker. And as you can see, the mail just went by. So, oh God, the tingling in this right now. I wonder if my new skull is here. I'm waiting for my new crystal skull. I'll do another video for that. But I wanted to show you, this is a flawless ball. There was no image of Santa Claus in this ball. Okay? I mean, it's not like I put a picture underneath or that it's, clouded or anything. Wayne is way too powerful to be going outside. I tried that before in the sunlight. I will never, 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 never do that again. Which is why I don't carry him around with me 24/7. I have been sleeping with him after I let Spot sit on here to garden the room with Jer. And this one, like I said, sits out here in the living room with my grandmother's ashes because she was so moved by the conversation that Chris, Jeremy, and I had had for Jer, which I named Jer now, after my little brother Jeremy, and may he rest in peace. Of which I know, that's he's always here. He's always by my side. We have so much work to do. And lately, I'm going through a lot, man. And I'm trying to fulfill this prophecy that we had created Um, and I'm still unsure and very skeptical, I understand, of what's going on with my abilities. Like, dude, seriously? I mean, I'd love that. Like, if I could be like Esther Hicks, dude, that'd rock. But, apparently I am. My grandmother had given me the card to believe in the spirit of St. Nicholas, who's coming to me. And I was sitting there last night under the beginning portion of the super flower blood moon. Um, and before coming in, after being a little weirded out, because a couple of kids had, asked if I was okay, because I talked to the moon. Apparently they don't. Um, I'm like, okay, well, let's take a couple pictures in the ball. Maybe we can get some spirits to show up. And ooh, how nice, like, look, you can see patterns. And it would be like taking a picture of these patterns, you know what I mean? So that you can see the patterns. And I said that out loud, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, wouldn't it be really nice if Santa could come and show himself for the world? Now, a lot of people wouldn't know the actual face of Saint Nicholas, which is why the whole world knows the image of the fur-lined hat and the longer beard than what he had had. He showed up in the ball, dude. And if you look on my social media accounts, such as the 3 Facebook pages, I don't have profiles, so I can't send any friend requests. It's been like that for over a decade. Celebrity account. I'm grateful for. Um, as well as Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn. Um, LinkedIn is where you'll find a more detailed list of my professional film credits, um, including, what I could not have in IMDb. And I'm no longer a paying member because of the way life has been for me in the last 4 years um, on IMDb. So, I can't really update and do all that and add more pictures and everything until I start paying again. But you wouldn't be allowed to see all of the credits, like the playing Hercules in Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, which was a theater gig in Hollywood that we had done in 2013. Um, but in the back of my mind, getting back to the story here, um, I was just hoping that, you know, San Nichola Di Myra would show himself. Any of the spirits would be great, dude. Or any image, anything. But if you look on those accounts, you'll see the picture that I had posted up asking, can you see what I see in my crystal ball? And, dude, that's Santa Claus. And I'm not really sure yet why St. Nicholas has been coming to me to channel messages for everyone. But I'm getting a better understanding. And let's hope and pray he never leaves my side. I don't want it to be a moment of a couple of nights and then he's gone. And I have to write the story afterwards and reflect upon. I want him here by my side every moment of my life and afterlife from here on out. But this ball is flawless, man. I mean, it's absolutely flawless, absolutely gorgeous, and there's no images like that. So I think it's absolutely intense that I was able to sit outside under the moon last night, of which, ooh, there's a little dirt on him now. Wayne Dyer. Um, I think it's intense that while still under the moon, and last night is the most powerful portion of, in which we know the phase takes a couple of days, so we're good. I'm hoping my new crystal skull is here, and that's a 2 inch, so that I would be able to have them in my hand, much like this size here, right? Um, so like I could walk outside during the day with it in my hand, and it wouldn't cause a fire, because I noticed right away I can't take Wayne Dyer outside during the daytime. I will not do that again. I do not want to start fires. And if you Google crystal ball setting fires, you will very quickly understand. So, I just wanted to share with you a couple of my crystal balls. Jason Becker, Wayne Dyer, my brother Jer, for Jeremy Yakano. I love you. Um, Spot after spot. And look, dude, see the streak down for the... Well, alright. When you think of a snake has this sort of a lining down his eye, and then you might see a little spot for, highlight, the glass, shadowing, or, you know what I mean, right? So I allow him now that I don't sleep with him anymore, and I did take a bath with him a couple times, my bad. I don't want to ruin him any more than I already have. you know, because it's not as shiny as it was. I want my babies. Um, my cats and puppy are in love with these balls, and I know that they're going to really freak out over the crystal skull. This one's for Marilyn, after Marilyn Munster, and my grandmother's name is Marilyn. She was touched by the story, so this one sits on her urn. And then this blue one here is blue for Jason Becker, because I'm in love with my Jason Becker. I love you. And now I'm going to cut this video short. It looks like it went into 2 pieces, so I'll put those together and post this up. I do have more crystal balls, and like I said, this isn't a crystal ball, but this, because I do bathe with my crystals and everything in the water, in the tub. I mean, I'm like that. And I do have this one next to me in bed. Since I put Spot up here, because I don't want to get him ruined, I slept with him under my chin every night, which is weird. I mean, look at the size of him, and I slept with him under my chin. And the crux of my elbow here with my chin. So I've been sleeping with Wayne, and I will continue to. Last night felt like 1,000,000,000 times 1,000,000,000,000 little tingles, like pinpricks, throughout my hand, all the way up into my arm. So we're going out tonight too, because, oh yeah, if you have any crystal balls, and I'm not going to take, all of my crystal balls out, because I have more than these, but I did take Wayne outside, and if my crystal skull shows up today, God willing, hopefully, oh please, I want to take the crystal skull outside tonight. And then I would take Wayne out tonight, and I would set the crystal skull on top of the crystal ball, and we'll go from there. But I wanted to take a moment and show you just a couple of my crystal balls. And this, I don't really have a name for it. I've had for years this piece of rose quartz that I put in my bathtub with me, and I sleep with it in my waterbed. It's just my baby. I do love rose quartz as well. So, here's a couple of my crystal balls. Maybe one day I'll get to show you all of them together, minus the ones that I have parted with, to let have, some better homes. Maybe not better, other people need crystal balls, and not everyone gets to have them, and not everyone can afford them. So I have given away some of my crystal balls. I love you all. And I do want to say before I go, it's been all over the news, and we all know that we need to do all that we can right now in this world to not only raise our consciousness, come together in peace and love and harmony, which is why I do feel has a lot to do with San Nichola Di Myra coming to me. We need to be there right now more so than ever. Honey bunny. To help the bees and the bee population. I'm hoping my father won't fall into, oh yeah, we need to help, and then goes out and mows the lawn. We need to let our grasses grow, at least for this year, and if we can, for the next few years. The bees are also going through their own pandemic, but it's far worse. And if the world's population of bees perish, we perish. So it is very strongly recommended that we plant more plants and flowers. And the atmosphere could use a little bit of cleaning as well, because they're the filters. But the bees really need it. And it is my very humble opinion, not just what is in the news. We need to let the lawns go and grow up in the weeds and flowers and all of that, at least for the next couple of years. Because that's some of the best things we can do right now for the world's population, not just the bees' population. May God bless you all, and to all a good night. Namaste. I love you.